What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the CAR-NIVORES channel. Today we're going to be doing more features, and we got something super sweet here. We got this Kona, man. Look at it. Got my buddy Robert here.
What's up, guys?
How's it going?
I'm doing great, man.
Xbox Live friend and car meet friend. And this is actually his brand new car. What did you just come out of?
It came out of a Kia Stinger, 2020 Kia Stinger GT.
So people are going to be pretty interested in why you would leave a Stinger for one of these.
Yep.
So let's talk about it. Why would somebody leave a Kia Stinger for Kona N?
So basically, I've always been a fan of in performance. Performance has been really good, just like the Stingers was. There's a lot of history behind it. It's just a track-focused car. I love the Stinger, but there were a few things that just was missing. Like it didn't have the, exhaust system from the factory. It didn't have the true track potential that this does, the cooling, all of those things. So this is just more of a fun car versus the Stinger is more of a luxury jet fighter is what I like to call it.
God, it's like a bullet train, kind of, yeah.
And this is more so like just a track weapon. I mean, you can tell off the driving dynamics, it's just designed for the track. Plus,
when the Stingers came out, they were advertising it more as a drift car than anything.
Yeah.
Like, I thought it was actually going to show up in Formula Drift, but it never did, so.
I think they do have a Formula Drift version of it.
They do?
Yeah, and they have a rally version of this as well.
So, yes, I know the Konas are huge in the rally scene. And didn't they basically replace the Velosters? Like, are Velosters even a thing anymore?
Yeah, so the only Velosters they make is the Veloster N. That's literally the only thing they have out now. But as far as the regular models, the Kona just took over. The price is very, very similar to the Velosters. I think from a business perspective, it made more sense to them.
And they were selling more of these,
way
right?
More.
Yeah, okay, all right, cool. So what is it? What's so special about this thing? You know, I know it's got a turbo.
Yeah.
I know it's got a giant N on every corner of the car.
And yeah, I agree. So what's special about it is, I mean, starting off, you got a 2-liter turbo right here, twin scroll turbo.
Rally car, 2-liter turbo, history right there.
It's special because it's like they give you the fun experience, but you can also dial it down. You can make the suspension aggressive or very soft. You can make the brakes more sensitive or your transmission shift quicker. It has an 8-speed wet dual clutch. And that also has a limited slip diff up here, electronic limited slip that's really good for cornering. So honestly, even though it's front wheel drive and traction can be limited, taking off sometimes, cornering, you can feel it pull you out of corners. It's very similar to how the Stinger did with all-wheel drive. So it's very impressive that a mini SUV can corner. Yeah, I mean, is this an SUV technically? Or is this just a big car? I like to call it an oversized lifted hatchback. It's like a Golf R or something that was just made bigger and taller.
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of that Ford. It was basically like a Focus, but it had a higher roofline, the C-Max.
Yeah.
So this looks like the Veloster C-Max, but then they just did so much better selling these that they were around the world.
Yeah.
That they were just like, well, why do we have a Veloster? You know? They made the awesome in Veloster. And then they basically was like, all right, I'm done. Like, we're just going to transfer over to this.
Yeah, they absolutely did no updates whatsoever to the Veloster. You know, the Elantra got their new thing. This is actually on the same platform as the Veloster. The Elantra isn't.
So this is the same frame and everything?
Yeah, as the Veloster. They didn't even update the Veloster's interior, but they updated this one. So I knew they were gonna get rid of the Veloster.
Yeah, it's kind of the signs were there.
Yeah, the signs started showing there. They didn't remodel that, and that model was older than the Kona. The Kona's been out since 2018. That refresh was like 2016, 2017. Gotcha. So,
speaking of interior, this shit is nice. So you said Alcantara seat, right?
Yes.
Is that a vent? Like, is it cooling and heating?
With basically ventilated seats, essentially.
So this thing is max trimmed out, right?
Yeah, it's missing a few things such as, cool seats and sunroof, but I mean, you do get the heated seats. We don't have the sunroof, unfortunately, but you do get heated seats. You get a power driver seat. And I mean, of course, you can see you have the 10.25-inch screens. You got 2 of those, one for your infotainment and one for your driving.
Oh, wow. All right.
Speedometer and stuff. And I mean, honestly, it's comfortable interior. Rides pretty good. The seats are extremely comfortable for.
And they hug you, yeah, for when you want to drive aggressive as hell.
Yep. And I mean, honestly, they're almost identical to the Stinger seats. The only difference to me is honestly the headrest and the Alcantara. That's the big difference between this and the Stinger. But as far as the grips, it's identical to what I had in the Stinger.
And the stitching is the same color as the car.
Yeah, it's
look at that. That's a nice taste.
You get stitching on the steering wheel by the shifter and all of that.
Is that the start button? No. What is NGS?
So NGS is basically the overboost button. They call it in grin shift mode. And basically for 20 seconds, it just makes the car aggressive as all get out. Bouncy.
Is this a fucking F1 car?
Seems like it, right?
Oh my goodness. So you're gonna hit that button later?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice little space. Got well, he's tall as hell, so, but there's enough leg room back here to have passengers and have some fun. And
yeah, if you're ever wondering if this car is good for Uber, I've seen some people Uber in it in Konas, and I've done it a couple times on my car for the heck of it. It fits people very well, I'm not gonna lie.
Man, that's what's up. And
the hatch could be bigger. That's probably the only thing similar between this and Veloster. I think it's maybe a slightly smaller hatch than a Veloster.
Okay, got your cleaning supplies in here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you know something? I know someone with the older model Kona, and that was the one thing that I was always like, is the trunk space is like, it's okay. Yep. Like this is more of a people carrier than a carrier, like everything carrier, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not a road trip car just to get around with your family.
Gotcha. It's a road trip car for just you though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so the main reason I chose this over the Veloster, I absolutely loved the Veloster when it came out. Then they came out with the N, and I was like, that's a dope car. But if it had 4 doors, I would totally get it. I'm not a fan of the 3-door things. If I ever want to Uber or just do whatever, it's just not feasible, you know? Or if you got a dog or you got whatever, you got to walk all the way around. But this having 4 doors was nicer for me. Price was very similar to what the Veloster N was.
Gotcha.
So they came out with this and the Elantra. I love the Elantra. I just wasn't a fan of the front end, as most people are. Kind of feeling the same way, but the interior was nicer on the Elantra. Well, I'm gonna say nicer, but they just gave a more modern look versus this. But I think this is so different. This is something you don't see every day.
Yeah, it's definitely unique.
You see Konas, but not something that's just rambunctious as this is. So I think this is just a unique vehicle to get at the end of the day, just like the Stinger was. Well,
for how fully loaded these things are, how much are these things going for?
Right now, these are like $35,400 MSRP with destination. I paid about $36,500, but that was with markup, but they included tint and, you know, ceramic coatings, things of that sort.
Oh, right on.
I wasn't bothered by it.
Sound like you got a deal, actually.
Yeah, because they're going for like 40 across the country right now. Dealers are marking them up like everything else right now.
So do you think they're catching traction? Like people are actually starting to want them?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, they're selling very fast. I don't know about it as far as North Carolina, but I know out of state, Florida, everybody's saying they can't find one. They can't find the Elantras.
Gotcha.
So people have been waiting on it because these were actually released in August. So that's when we first started hearing about it, and we were like, oh man. So I think the car scene, you know, if they didn't know anything about Veloster N or Stinger, they know that this and the Elantra are really good options to get.
Well, I give Hyundai some credit, man, because not only is the styling on the old Kona super throwback, but also modern and aggressive and risky, right?
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure they started this LED top, headlight bottom ordeal, and now everyone's doing it.
Yeah, the Jeep Cherokee was actually the first one to do it back in 17.
That's right. The Cherokee was first, then it was this.
Then it was this. Now you see, you know, what's it, the Nissans, their
everybody.
Renaults have it. Even within Hyundai, the Palisade, the Santa Fe, the Veracruz, all of those, they have it.
Interesting. All right, well. And
it looks menacing because after seeing one in the mirrors, it's a very nice look in the mirrors having those two.
Oh yeah, it's dope. Yeah, it's dope having the little angry eyebrow. You know what I mean? And
these change colors whenever you turn the turn signal.
They don't shut off. That is the turn signal. Yeah, I like that. It's always annoying when the LED like turns off and then the turn signal comes on down at the bottom. That's always annoying to me.
Yep.
Dude, but I like it, bro. I like the color. I like the little red trim.
Yeah, it's a very unique color. I still can't figure out. It looks white. It may even look white on the video, but at times it looks gray. At times it looks blue. It's blue,
right?
Yeah, Sonic Blue is the color.
Okay.
And it changes colors quite often. I mean, right now the sun's out. Sometimes if it's cloudy, it looks very blue. And sometimes, like right before sunset, it looks gray. So it just changes colors pretty often.
So you haven't had it long. Have you done any modifications at all?
I've only done one thing, and it's been just the Resonator Elite. It was 2 resonators. I replaced one of them with the Dynamax Bullet, Race Bullet, just to give it a deeper sound. And honestly, it sounds amazing with that setup. The exhaust is still quiet when you close the valves, and as loud as you want it whenever you open it up. So.
Gotcha. And what's your plans? What are you gonna do to it?
So next thing I want on the list for sure, tires. Traction is the Pirellis are not the best tires.
Nah, you gotta get Michelin's, bro.
Yeah, the Elantra N came with Michelin's. They came.
Oh,
with Michelin's.
word.
And they were 245, so I'm gonna put Continental tires on here, 245.
What size? Those are 19s?
Yeah, 19, 235.
That's cool.
And then I'm gonna do intakes for sure. Waiting on a good intake system. This car is still new, so it's not a whole lot of aftermarket.
It takes time. Shit, you might even be able to call somebody and say, hey, use my car.
Yeah,
develop something.
I'm actually working with Sixth Engineering at this time, trying to get that developed right now.
Sweet.
Dad ordered downpipe, so that's
gonna do. Man, you motherfucking these Hyundai motherfuckers work fast, bro.
Oh yeah.
Downpipe, everybody downpipes. I'm getting downpipes. Stinger, I got downpipes. Like the few Hyundai Veloster folks I know, downpipes. I got downpipes. Like, how are you passing inspection?
Well,
damn.
So there's the secondary cats. The primaries are left like they're supposed to be, but the secondary catless downpipes, those are what most people are getting. We also have a couple of tune options. We have Lap 3, we have JB4, and then of course 6 Engineering. I'll more than likely go with 6 Engineering because they're right out of South Carolina. So if something ever goes wrong, I could just drive 3 hours.
Shoot out there, man.
And get some things sorted out. And they have really good customer support. So
Gotcha. Hell yeah, man. Well, so you're kind of in the cutting edge of modifications on this. But I got one question. Red mud flaps.
I'm gonna do black and red. I'm gonna do black with the red N logo.
Okay.
They just actually released
acceptable.
Yes, acceptable. They just released some last week, and the guy hit me up. So I'm gonna try to get those pretty soon. So I get the money to come in for that.
Gotcha. All right. Well, fuck yeah, man. Well, I don't really think there's much else to talk about because it's a brand new car. So, but I definitely am a fan of these. As soon as the first time I saw this, I was like, yo, this is a dope car. These Korean car companies are really stepping their game up lately.
Yep.
It's insane. And it basically started with the Stinger. Like once the Stinger dropped, it was like, what's happening over there? Hold on, this Sonata look good. Like,
and it's crazy because the Stinger I got a lot of attention with, which was neat. I wasn't expecting anything with this, but it's just like you go to car meets, people are like, "What on earth is this?" You know,
is dope.
They didn't even. A lot of people don't know there's a Kona in. They know about the Elantra, but they don't expect the Kona to be in. So I think it's really good. They kind of took that leap of faith and just said we're just gonna make something radical.
We're gonna do it, man. We're car guys. We're gonna make it happen.
Yeah,
man.
Albertville.
Well, and also they've been doing great rallying, and they've been doing great in touring car championships.
Yep.
With their Hyundais. So anyway, all right. We're going to go on a ride and have some fun. Look at this. Wow.
Yep.
Is that G's? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, you got your G-force right there. You can also look at, anything pretty much related to how far the engine tip shift went up. You can customize all this to pull up, anything you want to. 0 to 60 timers are in there.
Wow.
Right there in your lap timer. So all your 0 to 60. So I haven't done any lately, but yeah.
Man, that's awesome, dude. These new cars are fancy. I ain't got none of this crap.
Yeah, you can see right there. It's pretty accurate too.
Look at that. Get that wind down.
Yeah, I'm gonna switch it to this so you can hear the
shells. I love the little farts. I don't know what they're technically called, but I call them farts.
I call them dual clutch farts.
Dual clutch farts? Dude, it's nice, man.
Yeah, so I'm gonna turn out the shield so that way when I put it in mode, because I was really aggressive at that time.
Yeah.
So now I can fix that.
Oh, shit. Oh, yeah, it gets super stiff.
Yeah, when you put it in. Yeah, it's completely different in this mode.
That's stiffer than the Evo was.
Yeah, but you can adjust it and make it softer. It's just crazy.
Well, stiff is good. Nice. He's just hitting buttons over here like.
Well, the car is steering for me, so. Jesus.
It do kind of steer for you, man. What is that?
They call it corner carving. So we got this thing right here. It's a red button called in grin shift mode. Basically, it drops the gears, make it the most aggressive out there, and you know, settings for suspension, all of that. So I'm going to go ahead and push it right now.
I saw 17 PSI. Dang.
So yeah, so basically it works really good. I mean, it adds about, give or take, 20 seconds of overboosting. It adds about 10 horsepower, about 15-20 pound-feet of torque for 20 seconds. And like I said, it just stiffens up everything, makes it really aggressive. So if you like racing somebody and you like crap, it's not, you know, you ever have a close race, you just throw the overboost on, you might gap them there. That was pretty fun on the corners.
Yeah, that's, yeah. I'm gonna keep it secret. You know what I mean? Well, we definitely put that thing to work, huh?
Yes.
Man, that was super fun, man. 10 years ago, you would have never expected Hanya to get this far, you know what I mean? So, I like it, dude. I'd own one. Or I'd get an older one and try to make it as cool as this one, because I'm cheap. But, dude, that was fun. I appreciate you showing us the world, the Kona N. Pretty sure no one's making videos about these, but whatever. Definitely copy one of these if you want something new and reliable and decent on gas and still powerful. And like, I'm very shocked about the amount of options that come on this thing.
Yeah, it's very customizable.
Yeah, very customizable. It's almost like, you know, like what everybody used to give the GTR credit for in the past. Now all the cars have that. So
yeah, you can be soft or aggressive. You can chill with your family, get to the racetrack the next day.
Yeah,
it's a totally different car.
So definitely, if you're in the market, man, I highly recommend one of these. So once again, if you want to be featured on the YouTube channel just like this, hit us up. Just DM me on Instagram or on Facebook. It doesn't matter. If you're in the area, let's do it, man. Obviously, we are not picky. If you love your car, we want to see why you love your car. That's all. So thank you for watching. Like, subscribe. I'll see y'all next time.